It's me, Seven Heaven, coming to you again with another video. Okay, I want to say I have no rights to the video or music, only for educational purposes only. Let's get into the video here. Woodward TV talk about trolls. One of my favorite topics. I believe that the trolls are part of the Nephilims, the fallen angels that fell. I believe they're a seed or seed's seed. Whichever, they're part of the Nephilims. They're part of the fallen in the book of Enoch. So let's listen to World TV speak about that. Let's get into it, Israel. Excuse the volume, but I got it up loud.
Especially mythical tales. And it seems that popularity of a mythos is dependent upon how crazy the story is. You see, these days, I look at mythology and I start thinking, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if we found out that more and more of these stories are actually based on truth. Take trolls for example. Well, let's just get right down to it. How many of you believe that trolls exist or have existed? No, not internet kind, the monster kind. How many of you believe that they're real? Well, maybe that's not a fair question because what exactly are we talking about, first of all? So I want to get into this and show you some things I thought were interesting because even though I understand how ancient tales can spread and develop over time, I want to better understand why such stories of monsters are kept alive, so much so that certain places are landmarked with references to trolls. In this case, Norway. Are the stories of trolls in Norway just folklore? Could they have been the same beings discussed in other ancient texts such as the Bible, the Book of Enoch, the Book of Giants? Could a troll be just another description for the children of the fallen?
Are you drowning in payday loan debt? Have you taken out multiple payday
Excuse
loans
the
and are
commercial,
unable to pay
Israel.
them back?
But you know we
Then
gotta have
listen
them.
to
To understand what a troll is, we need to first take a look at its origins in Scandinavia. And to do that, we need to look at Norse mythology. There are what's called the Norse or Icelandic sagas. And these are just stories written in Old Norse, epic works compiled during the medieval age. One of the first mention of trolls is found in the Prose Edda, written at the end of the Viking Age. It is filled with stories of giants, elves, dwarves, gods, and warriors. Now these early 13th, 14th century writings, the term troll is somewhat undefined. It is not really made clear as to what type of creature is being described. In Snorri Sturluson's Prose Edda, there is the story of Bragi Bodis, or Bragi the Old, and how traveling through the forest one late evening encountered a Trollkona, and there is an exchange of poetry between Bragi and the female troll. She says, "They call me Troll, gnawer of the moon, giant of the gale blast, curse of the rain hall, companion of the sibyl, night roaming hag, swallower of the loaf of heaven." What is a troll but that? giant wolf? Most of us tend to think of trolls being humanoid, but according to medieval sources, a troll could come in the form of an animal, like a wolf or hog, but not your typical animal. They are considered to be trollish in appearance by their giant size, and sometimes the word troll is meant to imply demonic possession or hybrid creature, a product of what would believed to have been magic. Now, the idea of a troll really did not solidify until the 18th and 19th centuries into the troll most people are familiar with today. But in Norse mythology, a troll can be a witch, a mountain dweller, a ghost, a ghoul, a magician even. The factors that make up a troll are apparently size, ugliness, and magical powers. But they weren't confined to the forests and mountains. They walked among us. It was the actions that defined the troll, or trollish behavior. In Norse mythology, zombies, or the undead, fall into the category of trolls as well. It is between the 14th and 19th centuries where there are stories of the giant, ugly, ogre-like trolls we all know and love. And after that, once the stories had spread out throughout post-medieval Scandinavia, we get the smaller, less aggressive mini-trolls. Now, Scandinavia is a composition of three kingdoms of Denmark, Sweden, and Norway. Finland, Iceland, the Faroe Islands, and Åland Islands would also be considered part of the Nordic countries. Across this region, the landscape varies. You have the Baltic and North Seas. Denmark is mostly farmland and old settlements, so it is consistent with flat lowlands. As you come around and into Sweden, you have changes in elevation. Some mountains, and it is covered with thick forests. There are the Scandinavian mountains running from southern Norway all the way up past northern Norway. Parts of Norway are also covered in pine tree forests, as well as Finland. Then out past the Norwegian Sea, there is Iceland, which is absolutely volcanic and arctic. In Norway, there is a 34-mile road called Trollstigen, or the Troll's Road. There is the Troll Wall, Trollveggen, the highest vertical mountain in Europe, which is part of Troll Peaks. There is the Trolltung, Trolltunga, Jotunheimen, home of the Giants National Park, which is located in southern Norway as one of the country's hiking and fishing regions. So you can see, for example, how embedded this is into the history of the land and culture. Trolls come in several types, of course. Common forest and mountain troll, the man-eaters like the ones in The Lord of the Rings, a giant numbskull, brutal, violent. There are cave trolls, which live completely underground and are usually the smaller trolls. There are also not nice trolls. They use trickery and deception. The Jotnar, ugly giants that turn into stone in sunlight or explode. Sometimes they have tusks or are a cyclops. They live in the mountains and only come out at night to feed on humans and or cause destruction. There are sea trolls, the Huldra. Now the Huldra is another mythical female troll and can enchant you with her singing. You have Huldra folk. They're just good-looking blondes with long tails. The female of the species, the Huldra, is a hot blonde that ensnares men under spell, keep them as mates or pets. Sometimes for years and years. Once they are released or escape, they have no memory of what happened or when. You have the round hippopotamus-looking trolls called Moomins, which are supposed to be the good, friendly trolls. And the list goes on.
You see, I have trouble reading sometimes. It's like a learning buddy. So I take any book, I press the...
Now we've seen tales of giants all over the world.
All this is nothing but the Nephilims. Whether they be big trolls, little trolls, monsters, women, just like the sirens that or mermaids that they see it if they're coming up on land that they see is nothing but Nephilims. I believe personally that the sirens and mermaids were the women that the fallen lay with, and I believe the Most High turned them into mermaids and sirens. That's just my belief. But these right here, they're Nephilims, Israel. Either they're the Nephilims or the Nephilim seeds. One of the two. But they're definitely Nephilims.
World. I mean, literally all over the world. There's nobody saying, oh, no giants ever lived here, or no stories of giants over here. If you want to be descendant of an ancient great kingdom, your story has a giant. Today, any stories of troll sightings would be considered a paranormal experience, and the troll would be considered a cryptoid. Think about this. People cite Bigfoot all over the world. What do you call a Bigfoot in Norway? Would the snowman or yeti be considered a type of troll? Evasive, hidden, ugly, hairy, monstrous. Now I can't talk about trolls without mentioning the movie Troll Hunter. One of the things I appreciate about this film is that it really gives you a feeling of realism where you wonder if what you are seeing is actual found footage, or of course we all know that it is just a movie, but it does capture the imagination. And you'll hear the term Jotnar in this movie, giants of great strength in Norse mythology. But let me tell you where Jotnar comes from. In Norse creation myth, there is a hermaphroditic giant, the first one, named Ymir, which has three meanings: twin, hermaphrodite, and screamer. Now you have Muspelheim, the world of fire, and then you have Niflheim, the world of fog, and the land of darkness, mist, cold, and ice. I'll say that again. You have Muspelheim, and you have Niflheim. No, I didn't say Nephilim. I said Niflheim. And fire and ice from both worlds met, giving birth to Ymir, from the bottomless abyss that separated them. The same abyss into which everything will collapse at the time of Ragnarok. Trolls, the Jotnar giant, come from the land of Niflheim. Keep in mind, Niflheim is a Germanic word. Nephilim is a Hebrew word, both having something to do with giants. That is not a coincidence, folks. These giants were mountain-sized, turning into stone when hit with sunlight, so they could not move.
So could it be that the Nephilims, the fallen seed, had the Nephilims? Could that be possible, Israel? Because that's what I believe. And all these trolls and giants and stuff that they're seeing, and like I said, the mermaids and the Dracos and Draculians and all that. Yeah. Could that be in the family of the Nephilims? The fallen seed? You never know, Israel. That could be possible.
Move around the country during the day, only at night, within a very thick fog. So, today there are theorists who suggest that Norway is in fact hiding the fact that they do in fact have trolls. And some believe that Denmark is home to a particular group of giant trolls. One of the reasons for this speculation is that during the Cold War, Norway restricted access to NATO for that region, which doesn't mean that they are hiding giants, but could be most definitely protecting or hiding something. Now this region borders Russia, and it is believed that they know what's going on and have made efforts to keep these trolls confined to that area and from crossing high military presence surrounding it. Huge power lines set up as electric.
Israel, do you remember one over, I think it was in Russia? They over in where a cold area is a part of Russia. Excuse me, they found that supposed to been statue of one of the fallen. One of the fallen. You remember that, Israel? Do y'all find that to be true or just fiction?
Fences to keep giants in. If you take a look around at the coastlines and open areas, the valleys, you may come across many stones that represent or even look like petrified giants. I have so much more information on this topic and we will cover it, but I just thought I would give you something to chew on for a bit. And something very interesting to look into, such as Finmar. Go take a look. You never know what you may find.
All right, much love, Israel.